medawase na mabo mabaso.
Okay.
Nsem-Pii TV mosomo ye mafamu de boa media space no ene nsem a ebinum ante eche na mo de call YouTube ni ade a personally me follow mu pa to de be kura na voices ni bia patete se nkrofo aka mahwa me hu no beba Nsem-Pii TV na e wo honom
Nsem-Pii TV nie
abusuafo yamamo akwaba edimoba Nsem-Pii TV so mene wo kasa hi de ade a Professor Gyampo wanya problem kese sa wote se Professor Gyampo ya gene post as Shippers CEO Shippers Authority CEO afrin sama na nya wanwa ana sa wote se national security ekono so office of the special prosecutor ekono so with regards to scandals amana nya wanwa Endra TV3 so okotena so ekeka nsem bi efa office of the special prosecutor echere mu a the case between special prosecutor and Ken Oforiatta former finance minister also were a personal vendetta with regards to SML contracts ne omodjuma office of the special prosecutor a launching raid on their facilities here and there. And they say, in a stated letter, a public notice OSP at their banner say, or say, the attention of the special prosecutor has been drawn to a comment made by the acting Shippers Authority CEO, Professor Gyampo, that the investigation of Ken Oforiatta is based on personal vendetta. And I say, the actions involving Ken Oforiatta are based on stated allegations of corruption and corruption-related offenses. So everyone should disregard what Professor Gyampo is putting out there. Also, incidentally, the said CEO called and sent messages to the office in respect of SML, which officers of the OSP and National Security were still conducting a legal search of SML's premises. Or say, Ebra OSP, n'adwene sɛ ɔyɛ investigation on SML facilities no. Professor Gyampo, sending messages a friend phone so catch and say onja is out there. So kama yɛ sɛ Professor Gyampo ne ho bɔn SML alleged corruption scandals no mu. Nti ohun sɛ yɛ chicken Oforiatta ɔno nso ne ho bɛba mu bi. Ɛno nti wahyɛ ase issue warnings ne ade ade. Na OSP aba a ɔtabɛka sɛ mun disregard nyinaa na saa nneɛma messages na ɔsɛnde yɛ no they are there and they will act on it. And now it was very sad, very interesting. Oko TV3 so a Professor Gyampo, Martin Pegu, Dr. Zaato ade a no mo so na andro fire for fire. Dr. Zaato amfa nche no kra. Towards 2024 elections Oshe actions of Professor Gyampo eteki strikes ahodoɔ towards galamsey allowances you tag for ne nyinaa no ɔde boa NDC amanaba power. NDC ba power na ɛma no appointment. Na Dr. Zaato say ɔno one living a life to say Professor Gyampo. Professor Gyampo dead the UTAC ɛma ɔmo kuntia MPP kan nsɛm a ne anim nyinaa na ɔno one living a life to that nandra enka blow ya to TV3 yanko na yanko tie ɔmo na yɛhwɛ the way exchanges no ɛkɔ nyinaa.
Don't raid people's offices like you are anonymous. I think it's about time we trained our national security operatives to behave nationals. You can go get them for carrying the suits, carrying the... Instead of looking at what the person is able to do to serve the country. It is a low thinking to say that every appointment...
My response is this.
I think you brought something.
You talked about MPP, but you didn't talk about MPP. You talked about me.
I'm not done.
It is nonsensical, therefore,
I am not done.
charges for you to believe that. There is a cause I'm not being serious.
I want to be sold by letting you finish. When you finish, I'll come back.
When I finish, while you were talking, it is also clear that your actions or inactions as a UTAG leader, your actions and inactions at the strike you did, has led to John Mahama to reward that. There were so many UTAG leaders who were here. How many of them have been appointed positions in Mahama's government?
But you see,
if Mahama hadn't won the election, you wouldn't have gotten this position. No, there's absolutely no way you would have gotten this position. So there's a direct causal link between your actions as a UTAG president.
I want to wait for you to respond.
There's cause and effect.
Okay, so you are done. Now, you see,
no, I'm not done. If you talk, I want to talk.
Hold on. You see, we cannot. You see, I cannot allow you to go on like this.
Okay, so let me just say this.
No, can I
indicated earlier that
no, I have to respond.
Wait. When I asked Professor Zaato, Dr. Zaato, I beg your pardon, when I asked you a question about what the NPP was thinking in taking this decision, then you started off with this thing about Professor Gyampo being appointed, because the first question I asked you had nothing to do with his appointment or Lawyer Martin Peeble's service as a member of the Operation Recover All Loot preparatory team. But you went on that tangent. I indicated to you before you answered the substantive question that some of the things you have said would elicit responses from the people that you directed them at. So that is what is happening now. I don't want the obstruction from what is going on now, based on the instances that you referenced previously. Because of the things that you said earlier, which had nothing to do with the question that I asked, it is only fair that the persons that you directed them at would also respond to some of the issues you talked about. Then we move on.
No, so, Mr. Ho, so I think over the years,
you know
no,
my
please,
name.
please,
You know my name.
Alfred, we've run this program in a certain way, and you see, no, please, let us be civil and decorous about this. You see, when he was talking, I didn't agree with whatever he said, but I kept quiet. Also, it is important that he allows me to finish. Let us make the point again that I led a group, and a group was made up of sensible people, including himself. Whatever decision that I implemented were taken by the group, including himself. And so it is childish and loose talk for you to come and sit here and say that. No, please. He was saying some of these things. Please, let me finish. You see, let me finish.
No.
But you see, but you are a member of UTAG. You voted for an issue and I implemented, and then you tell me that I am the one who did it. You betrayed UTAG. Today, there are people who are testing for UTAG position. They say, I won't do a Gyampo. There are people on campus say, please, I won't do a Gyampo. Because they don't want to be like that. I will respond. No, I will also respond. Unless they sack me from here, because I will sit here and let you call me child. I won't accept that. I will take that from you, Gyampo. I won't.
Gyampo, are you an NDC?
No.
Are you an NDC member?
No, I have not contested.
No. You are sitting here as an acting CEO because of the generosity and magnanimity of John Dramani Mahama. You are here defending the Mahama administration. You are as NDC, as the next NDC person. I have never served in any government. I have not been appointed by any government to do it. You have been. So don't go there.
You are giving Baumia advice.
No.
You are giving Baumia. There are pictures of you.
You are appointed by President Mahama to perform an act. You are sitting here every day, and the two of you claiming some amount of neutrality or something. No, you are not.
I didn't take one CD. I didn't take one Ghana. I didn't take one Ghana CD for the Ora. One Ghana. One Ghana. I didn't take.
You will not be appointed. You are NDC as NDC. You are also NDC. Both of you are. So you sit here and try to pretend some kind of hypocrisy that you are NDC. You know it.
Okay.
Come on, it's in you. No, you are as NDC. They appointed you. The only reason why you got this is that when you sit here and try to make it look like you're all neutral, you are all of it. You are not. You are not.
But you are. With the pictures of you and Baumia.
Listen.
So you see, I think that, gentlemen, Dr. Zaato.
I'll respond to all the things. I mean, whatever he said.
You see, this is what I'm saying. The whole day, I've tried to just
I think that
I've tried to do that the whole day, and I've tried to let it go.
Yeah.
At least you are not fighting against the coalition fighting Galamsey. At least you are not tagging them as being in bed with the opposition. At least you are not sponsoring splinter groups among the coalition that is fighting Galamsey. At least you are listening. At least your minister is not snobbish. At least your minister, when he's summoned to meetings to talk about Galamsey, he shows up. At least your minister, when he sent a message that this and this is going on, he would respond. And so at least there is hope. But the facts still remain that we still face an existential threat and something more drastic. We are calling for a declaration of a state of emergency. And I'm saying that what will happen? Would NDC lose power if today a state of emergency is declared to fight Galamsey? What will happen? And so please, power bearers, duty bearers, we are pleading. Sometimes it is just important for you to listen to some of these calls and to be seen as being, to demonstrate more in terms of your accountability credentials. You should be seen to be listening to some of these calls. I don't think that declaring a state of emergency, see, it shows the last time I gave that analogy here, that if the whole room is being flooded and you realize that there is a tap on that is flooding the place, you don't go mopping the water on the floor whilst the tap is still flowing. And so the sensible thing to do is to lock the tap before you begin to mop. And so the point is, let us lock the tap by first of all declaring a certain state of emergency. If for nothing at all, around the enclaves and areas where Galamsey is taking place. Then once locking the tap, then all the other interventions that we are putting in place as in mopping the floor, then will become sensible. Otherwise, in our fight against Galamsey, we will continue to be fetching water with basket. The more you put in place measures to deal with it, once you have not declared a state of emergency for people to see the state, the seriousness of the matter, they would also be doing, because some party people feel that it is also our time to also go into the pit and to go destroy the environment. I don't think that we will have to allow some of these things to go on. So, President Mahama, please.
Okay, thank you. A number of messages coming through even on this one. No. Dr. Zaato, you wanted to...
Yes, I just want to say that, thank you. I'm happy that Prof and all of us here have agreed that Galamsey is an existential threat, we should do it. But there's something that is happening. We are often told that His Excellency the President is a listening president. We've been told again and again. But the Ghana Catholic Bishop Conference have gone to meet the listening president. And they've told Mr. President, declare a state of emergency. He hasn't listened to them. The Ghana Catholic Bishop Conference have gone to meet him to say, Mr. President, repeal, not amend the airline. He has not listened to them. Prof is saying, he and the coalition, they've also gone to meet him. And they've all told him that, Mr. President, repeal the airline. He's not doing that. Declare a state of emergency, he's not doing it. So it becomes difficult to reconcile those two narratives.
Okay.
So if he's a listening president, what kind of listening president is he? Because the people that matter says, this is what will cure. You've not listened. You don't listen. So there's the rhetoric that he's a listening president, and then there's the reality that he's not. And so far, the facts on the ground, just this alone, just indicate that he's not, or he's not listening to them, or you're not speaking loud enough. Either way, if he is a listening president, he will listen and do it. He has not done that. Therefore, he is not a listening president, or he chooses what to listen, and how to listen. Either way, maybe he's thinking this is not, this is not so important, so significant for him to listen. But the bigger point is, no, I'm saying, I'm just giving you, I'm saying, repeal the LI. Everybody has said it.
That's
Martin,
not the only measure.
No,
Somebody can
I'm
make
using.
Martin, can I let him finish? But I have a response to this, but you let him finish.
You see, I said this was going to happen. Look, I'm simply saying that. No, I said it. All I'm simply saying is that it's a very simple. There are two. I want to use some indicators. Sometimes you use a framework to analyze an issue. The indicators I'm using is one. This is the narrative is this is a listening president. He will listen. He will act. That compared to the former president, this president listens, and this president will act. He will act differently. That is the framework. That is the narrative. That's the theory. Okay, I want to apply that theory, that normative theory, to an empirical case. Here is the case. LI on Galamsey. Everybody, the media coalition, everybody, Ghana Catholic Bishop Conference, everybody says that repeal it. Parliament is back. We've seen Parliament even do emergency things. They use emergency to pass the D-levy. Why can't they use emergency to repeal an airline, which is an existential threat? We've now seen that.
The government.
No, Martin, let me finish. You see, no. Just a little. Just something to him.
I want him to land in a minute because he was making a quick. Yes. Dr. Jaso.
Again. Please, Mr. President, the question is that everybody in the Galaxy, everybody is saying that declare a state of emergency. You can declare it this morning, you can declare it this afternoon, you can declare it this evening because we are facing an existential threat. Please, we all want to help, to praise you, to thank you as being a listening president. But some of us probably, we still need some evidence to back that up.
Okay.
We are saying that when it comes to the Galamsey issue, maybe on some other issues, on some other places, you may be listening. But on this particular issue, and on these two main factors, you have not demonstrated that you are a listening president.
Okay, so let me,
you were here. Let me acknowledge the presence of there's somebody who has joined us. Let me introduce the person.